All right, what is up, everyone?
What is going on?
So, just chat right off the bat. Like,
I know. Look at the faces.
So what we see in StreamYard is a lot different than what we see in YouTube. So this is what we see in StreamYard.
What the hell?
If you look on YouTube, it's nice.
I think Derby's a little jealous. He's like, "What are those?" All right, fellas. Oh, you already have a sequel for Cocaine Bear. But I think Ken Armando is like, yeah. I think he probably has his computer or something like that. But yeah, I
can see it. I can see it on the other one.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny that like it doesn't transfer over to StreamYard, so it's just like they're all literally like typed out. So it's hilarious. Oh man. So yeah, man. So right off the bat, we are gonna talk about a couple of stuff. Last of Us, obviously, we'll probably save that a little bit towards the end. Cocaine Bear. We'll do that. And then maybe a few trailers and stuff like that as well.
I want to get the big things out the way, man, because I can do the trailers too. But I gotta talk about Last of Us, man. You know me.
You want to start off with Last of Us?
I think so. I think I could.
We can do that.
Or should we do Cocaine Bear? You know what? Let's do Cocaine Bear, and then we do Last of Us. But Cocaine Bear, we could talk and then do Last of Us. I can hold off.
Okay.
Cocaine Bear. It's enough cocaine in there for. I mean, little kids doing cocaine. I can deal with it. I got my crack.
Yeah. Also, I was debating on whether or not bringing a plate of like powdered sugar, and this every so often like I'm ready to come up like. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I still have a job to keep.
I was like, and off of YouTube, and you get your letter in the mail.
Yeah. Yeah.
We no longer can have you represent us at this company.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like, maybe not. Although it would be funny as shit. So let's see what Derpy say. Also, Big Daddy Neo back at it again with a
banger episode.
With another banger episode. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Did you see the trailer for the reboot of Children of the Corn?
Oh, the Corn, yeah.
I haven't. Who were you talking to? Was it Perp
Children of the Curb?
I think
it's
Children of the Curb.
Children of the Corn.
Children of the Curb.
What is that? The American History X sequel or what?
I was gonna say it's the LA County version of it.
No, I did see that trailer.
Did you? Was it good?
Wasn't bad.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the ones on the list.
Mm-hmm. I know it's written and directed by Kurt Wimmer, who did like Equilibrium, which was an awesome movie, and then Ultraviolet, which was an awful movie.
Yeah. Wait, Ultraviolet, which one's that one?
This is with Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, I remember it.
She
had purple hair in it.
Yep. Yeah. Equilibrium though was amazing. It was so good. Like it was really cool at the time. Like in super young Christian Bale before really pop. No, you just I'm just saying. We're just saying. Children of the Curb sounds a lot more interesting.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, the sequel to American History X. I mean, all right, I get you. I mean, Children of the Corn because the Curb because you don't have any teeth in your left, so it's like, yeah, that's it. It's stomping out. Too soon? Oh, I don't know.
So we'll start with Cocaine Bear first. We'll give a couple more minutes, let some more people come in. Because I know Knox, who else usually talks about Last of Us with us. Mm-hmm. There's a few other people, so we'll give them a chance to pop in and say hi. Meanwhile, a little filler is we got Sebastian. We got the first look of Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. So I know, I think Brandon, you said something on there, which I kind of laughed because I was like, yeah, that's exactly right. So this is what he looks like in the cartoon. If anybody never watched The Little Mermaid for whatever reason, right? Funny, kind of big face, and a crab with a face. And then this is what we're getting in the movie.
It looks like an extra for SpongeBob. That's terrible.
He looks like a crab, you know.
Yeah. Does he talk? That's a better question.
Does he sing? I don't care if he talks.
I think
he
he
has
I think,
an awesome Jamaican accent. That's why.
Well, I know he's being voiced by David Diggs, so.
Oh, so he's not Jamaican then. All right.
I'm just curious to see how this thing is going to look like when it talks and sings.
Yeah, like the mouth just pops out of nowhere.
Where's its mouth?
Yeah, it might be right here, like right or here. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
But you know, it was a lose because if they gave him the big eyes and the mouth like in the original, it would have looked terrifying. But you know, we have a realistic one. We have a realistic crab here, so we're probably going to have like the live action remake effect where the animals the underwater life just doesn't emote. So
as long as they sing, I mean, you cannot have Little Mermaid without the music. I think that's what really makes Little Mermaid Little Mermaid. I mean,
I mean, Under the Sea. Under the Sea is one of the biggest songs in Disney.
Well, you also can't have the Little Mermaid without Ariel being a complete idiot either. So, you know,
she's 15 years old. She's allowed. She's a 15-year-old fish. It's allowed. I'll allow it.
Daddy, I love him. You don't even know, little girl. You don't even know him.
Sit down. I'll pop some of these right now. Oh no, that's live action Sebastian. Hard orange covering eyes. See, and orange covering. So, it's so funny with the emotes being bringing out. But yeah, I mean, it's a crab, so yeah, of course you would have an actual looking crab, right? I mean, I hope he does have a mouth somewhere. I hope like this line or something, like, you know, his mouth. Does he have teeth?
Well, it'll look like a cartoon.
Big old veneers, like.
It looked like a cartoon if you did that. I mean, can you imagine singing? There you see her, sparkling in the blue lagoon.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. I can't see it. I don't know how that's going to work at all.
I'm still gonna see it. I'm more interested. I want to see how it works.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. I'm going to see it because I mean, obviously, I get the song rights. I went to the movie this weekend and saw this thing called Mummies. It was a cartoon. So, you know, if it's a kid movie, I'm going to go see anything at the movie theater that gets a kid movie. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Mummies. I didn't even heard of that one.
Yeah, but when I saw it,
I think I saw something for that on IMDb.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I said the only nitpick for this version is Ariel's hair should have been similar to the animated film. Like gone more red.
No, I mean, I think it makes more sense to be dreaded up a little bit. It just makes more sense. I mean, she's black, might as well be dreads because black girls don't let their hair get wet. That doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen that way. I'm just saying, from personal experience, I'm letting you know that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't mind her having locks. I was kind of curious.
I mean, she has red hair. It's just not as bright. That's what I was thinking. Like, the color.
Well, yeah, I had a feeling they were never going to make it like as vibrant red as it was in the original.
Yeah, that was going to be realistic. That's all.
Yeah. Somebody posted that.
That's probably how it's going to look when he's singing. At first I thought it was Mr. Krabs. That's it.
Yeah. So some of the comments are usually pretty good. But yeah,
you get the same guy for live action SpongeBob. Think about it.
Yeah. Oh, somebody did that. That's scary, man.
Wow.
That's pretty scary.
That's the thing of nightmares. It belongs to the Boogeyman. That Boogeyman movie.
Yeah.
However, I wouldn't have been entirely opposed to that.
I was missing the teeth. It needed the teeth. Sebastian had those big old fake veneer teeth.
That's the hardest thing to even do, though. I mean, a fish could be fish, but Sebastian didn't look like necessarily like a crab, and he's such a star, and he does all these things. It's hard to win on that one. on that front.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like a crab mixed with a lobster because he just had like more like with the big claws like that. Like those were more remind me of like lobster claws, but then a body of like a crab and then a face, like an actual face. So yeah, but I mean, like I said, it's not gonna not ruin my experience. I don't think.
As long as he sings and it's okay, they make it work.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. So yes, but it's not red. It's slightly her hair's slightly red. It's not like a dark red, but it's definitely like dimmed, like you said.
No, but the whole thing we saw the trailer, it was very dark. I don't know if it just hurt the hair or anything. It's just the whole thing is dark because it's underwater. So I don't know what they're gonna do to brighten that up anyway.
Yeah, I hope the entire movie doesn't look that murky.
Yeah, it looks almost like it's a DC movie. I was like, man, why is it so dark?
Like I'm fine with like the scenes with Ursula looking kind of murky, but I hope the entire theatrical experience or the entire movie doesn't look like all the underwater scenes don't look as just muted and dull as they did in the teaser trailer.
I think it will be, and then they're going to make it much lighter on land because they just don't have the technology that James Cameron has
for whatever reason.
For some reason, I don't know.
Oh, they don't want to pay for the technology that James Cameron has.
They don't have a $250 million budget. That's why it's hard to make it happen.
Yeah. But I know the first like the teaser trailer came out and people were complaining that it was too dark. And then the second teaser trailer came out and they got rid of like a lot of a green like hue to it and they brightened it up a little bit. And it's still
scenes in that.
Yeah. So, but I thought it was kind of interesting when it came out. And Brandon, I think your post was something like, oh, Sebastian the Crab, he looks like a crab. It looks like
like any other crab you've ever seen.
That's where the hair the hair stood out for Ariel, like the bright red hair, super ginger. Go see regardless of my small nitpick. Very interested in Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, and underwater scenes though. Do they keep Ursula? Do they keep Melissa McCarthy when Ursula becomes like hot and tries to steal the prince away?
Oh, of course not. They'll get a younger actress. No.
I think that would be kind of funny that she transforms into like Kate Upton or something stupid.
Like, I don't think it's gonna be a comedy though. I mean, I don't know. I can't. I have a hard time believing that she'll do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm all for Kate Upton to be in any movie.
May.
So whatever. I mean,
yeah.
Like she ain't modeling anymore. She's just a fan of her husband. So
she was just wasn't she just modeling?
I think she did something recently.
And I'm pretty sure I saw it.
I wish I had my laptop down here, especially the ending fight scene. Though it's gonna be really interesting how they do that.
Yeah, I was always creeped out by the scene when Ariel turns back into a mermaid on the ship, and then you see that shot of Ursula like menacingly crawling across the deck like a spider.
Oh yeah.
That I wonder if they're gonna do that in this.
It was the one where she turned into like Ant-Man and jumped. Became 60 feet up in the air.
Yeah, huge.
That's what got me. Yeah.
That was out of nowhere. It's like,
I didn't know she had that power. Okay.
Isn't the priest who marries him? Isn't it like he has a boner? Isn't that like the drawing? Show it. Yeah. So. Yeah. That's what I'm about. Like, do they make her big? I don't know what they're gonna do. It's gonna be interesting. They have to stick the landing. The ending is like the big epic. Like everything hits the fan.
Yeah.
Within 5 minutes. Yeah.
I think the love scenes, those songs, those romantic scenes, you really have to hit that. And with real life like animals, that's going to be really difficult to do.
Yeah.
Would you be surprised if they don't use any of the original songs? They came with their own.
I would. I think that would be stupid.
Or just arranged differently. There's parts that you're not going to have. You know what I mean? You're not going to have the black fish are singing. That's not going to be in there. I promise you. Just not. You know. So I mean, I wonder if they do how they change it up. Do they make it more hip hop? Do they do stuff like that? You know. I don't know.
I think they'll keep. I don't think they'll mess with the songs too much.
They did in every other one.
Yeah, that's true though.
In every single other one, guys, they've messed up. They changed the songs up.
Yeah. Lion King had some of the best songs. Again, some of the best songs Disney had, and like the Scar, "Be Prepared" is everyone knows that song.
They did like that
poem.
That weird like spoken word version of "Be Prepared."
But, I mean, every single one of the songs were different. The beginning.
Yeah.
I was waiting. Come on, you guys know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So man,
and
they have to hit the songs.
But Aladdin, same thing. But they remixed them, and they had Will Smith, who was a hip hop artist. Like, it's one of those things like you can do, you know. But they still remixed all those things.
I kind
of rolled with that just because those songs in the original were very specific and kind of tailored to fit Robin Williams. Just like this one, they didn't. The nice thing about the Aladdin remake is that Will Smith didn't necessarily imitate Robin Williams. He made the role very much his own. So thusly, they kind of had to tweak the songs to kind of suit him. So that I kind of
they tweaked the songs in all of them.
Say what?
Tweak the songs in all of them.
But one more time,
they tweaked the songs in every single one. I mean, the Jungle Book didn't say "Look for the bare necessities." None of them are the same. They've changed
there was something different about bare necessities.
Yeah, the way they arranged it was different, and that's what I'm saying. Like the song, the words could be the same, but they're going to arrange it differently, so it's not going to be saying the same because you're not going to have the same people singing it. So that's what you have to change certain things. You just have to.
Yeah, which I think is fine, but if you just completely get rid of them, that's why I think I liked Aladdin a lot, because it was Will Smith, but it kept all the songs mostly the same, but it just in Will Smith's style, which is fine, like
A Whole New World was different too. It was arranged differently.
Yeah. But it wasn't changed so much that you're like, what are they doing? It was just
it was good changes. I agree. I thought those but Aladdin's the only one I felt that way. I didn't think about it.
And that was good. I hated it.
But Beauty and the Beast, they changed the music.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys think, like Hermione Granger can't sing the songs that they were.
I don't remember I don't remember the songs being changed very much. The only thing that really stood out was like they like auto-tuned Emma Watson's singing voice, like they T-pained her.
Yeah,
because she can't sing.
They T-pained her.
I mean, Gaston, what's it? Gaston, whatever. Yeah, he just can't be the same way. You're not going to capture that same magic. So sometimes you need to make it your own. That's why I thought Aladdin was the best one that they've done, and everyone hates it.
Yeah, which for no reason. I thought I was going to hate it because all the early pictures of Will Smith as the genie looked horrible, and then I don't know, they're testing the waters or whatnot, but when it came out, it was pretty good. Yeah, it looked really good, so anyway, it sounded good. I really liked Will Smith as the genie. I thought it fit. I thought it was gonna suck, so but yeah, they even added 2 more songs in that Aladdin, which felt a little weird, but it didn't ruin the movie.
Her last one was weird, but I understand where they're going for.
Yeah.
I understood what was happening, but
yeah, they ruined Lion King for sure. I'm waiting for Hunter to redeem it.
They changed
that Lion King remake. Never.
They changed the story. Come on, hyenas. Yeah. Come on, like the pride, like all that stuff didn't make sense. Like, They changed Nyla. They changed Simba to be more of a punk. Like I hated that movie, and that's my favorite all-time movie. And I just hated what they did to it.
Yeah, they never should have touched the Lion King. There was no way they were gonna top perfection, and they knew they were never gonna come close to it. They just wanted to cash in. They put that movie out on the 25th anniversary of the original for a reason. That's all it was.
Yeah,
They just wanted to cash in on the 25th anniversary.
No, I mean they also changed it to, because Beyonce's singing and being Nyla, so they changed it because she's Beyonce and she's a huge star. And
God, she was so bad as Nala.
No,
that woman can't act.
That's not what the movie's about. The movie about is a coming of age movie for a boy who lost his father to becoming king and understanding the steps that he had to do. And they changed the essence of the movie, and that was the biggest problem. Changing the essence of what it's about.
I'll say the biggest problem was using animals. It was like they try to convey emotions through faces on animals while still making them stay looking like animals. Like that doesn't work out.
The whole idea of live action. That was the only reason. The only way you could do it. If that's the case, don't do live action.
No, somebody redid it where it was live action, but they had more animated faces.
I remember that.
And it looked so much better. It still looked real, but their faces were changed enough where they were a little bit more cartoony, but it changed because it's like, oh, here's a scene where Mufasa dies and Simba's really sad, and then here's what I did to it, and you're like, oh my god, it's the exact same thing with a face, and it didn't it wasn't silly looking either. It was done really well, and I was like, how is a kid in a random basement or his bedroom doing this shit, and Disney with their bazillion dollars can't?
Because if they say live action, if they're going to do something when they're going to do animation, then they'll do animation. Yeah. When they say that I'm going to do live action, they're trying to do live action, trying to convey a live action movie. I mean, there's no reason to do it at all. It's all money grab.
Yeah.
But that's the reason. If you say I'm going to do live action, I'm going to do live action. I'm not going to do animation because I would just do animation then.
Yeah. With animals, it's hard. With animals, hard. But I am excited, with Derpy, with the Peter Pan and Wendy film. Jude Law as Hook.
I don't know, because I think Robin Williams' Hook is like my favorite Peter Pan.
Yeah, but man, I was watching a documentary about that. I guess that was considered a flop. That was considered a fail.
Really, it's like one of my favorite all-time movies.
It's my favorite, but also it tells a different story of Peter Pan. Like it doesn't tell the story we're all used to. And I guess it was supposed to be a musical. It was supposed to be a musical, and then from what the documentary was saying, Spielberg was getting a lot of pushback on not being a musical, and he decided to, at the last second before they started shooting, to not have it a musical. So he said he regrets it.
Trying to figure out that would be as a musical.
Yeah,
I just love that movie. Everything that the character arc that he went through. Robert Williams is such a good actor. Like it just.
Dustin Hoffman. I mean, it was great.
Oh my gosh!
I love. It's like I watch it all the time. But it's considered one of his lesser films, Spielberg's lesser films. But that's still, like I said, it's a very different story of Peter Pan. This, I think, is going to be, from what I understand, just a regular Peter Pan film. So, which is awesome. But I think you could find some kids and some good actors and stuff like that.
I don't know, man. Nothing's better than Rufio. Rufio. I wanted to be him Halloween for like 3 years straight.
Sword. Yeah, he was awesome. Was it Danny Bosco? I think
Dante Basco.
Dante Basco. Yeah, that dude is just like. Then later you find out as an adult, like, oh, he voiced this character, he voiced this character, he voiced that character. You're like, oh, damn, everything I loved since Hook, he's been in.
Yeah.
It was like
Jake Long, American Dragon. Of course, he was Zuko.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's Zuko. Oh my god, he's so good, man.
Yeah. So, dude is awesome.
Awesome as Zuko.
Oh yeah. Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, they're doing a live action Lilo and Stitch.
That can work because once again, you have most of them are human beings, but so that works.
Then also but what are you saying? Like live action. There's an alien. What are you gonna do? Like it has to be like, I don't know. it's still computer animated. So I don't know. Yeah, those live action animals did look dead, and they looked dead in the eyes. And you're like, oh, he's supposed to be sad here. I was like, but he looks exactly the same when he was like happy. So
yeah,
that's an issue.
that was my problem with the Lion King remake. My biggest problem, especially Mufasa's death, which like traumatized me as a kid, and in the remake, it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
I don't know if the remake. I still traumatized me because I still remember him falling back in a cartoon.
Yeah.
What tickled me about the remake is how bored James Earl Jones sounded voice wise. How the guy who voiced Scar, whose name I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce, just screamed all of his lines in the movie, which made me not be able to take Scar very seriously. And then, of course, like Simba's like slow motion, no, when it happens, with no emotion on his little lion cub face.
Yeah,
in it.
Just dead eyes, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
and then Scar like murdering Mufasa by not by throwing him off the cliff, but by bitch slapping him off the cliff this time. Yeah.
I said I'm king.
Yeah.
It makes me angry all over. I'm not even gonna talk. This makes me angry. Yeah. How dare you do that to him? They should do they should have did you know what they should have did, animated, and they should have did like a prequel when Mufasa was younger. And see how badass
they're doing that now.
That's what they should have done from the beginning. Yeah. Instead of giving me Lion King 1.5, Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
1.5 was good. 1.5 was
it was not that good.
I
have all of them. You can't compare them to Lion King, because the Lion King had the goofy part, but it had the seriousness of it. Lion King 1.5 was just a joke.
Well, yeah, because it's all from the views of Timon and Pumbaa, which is super funny.
Don't get me wrong. I have it on DVD and Blu-ray and VHS, but I'm just saying.
I like after 1.5, I lost. Even there's a show I think now.
Lion Guard. I used to watch Lion Guard all the time.
I
watched all that.
I think I saw like 2 episodes of the Lion Guard.
Man, I got my Super Nintendo plugged up over there right now. I got the Lion King game right now.
The most hardest, craziest game ever. Kids don't know like what difficult game is. Like play Lion King on Super Nintendo.
Lion King or the Magic Carpet
Aladdin.
level in Aladdin.
Oh yeah.
The Lion King, when you had to jump on like a giraffe and flip over and then like not get eaten by a hyena at the same, it was like ridiculous. I was like, man, and it kept on going forever. I was like, this is worse. This is the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, it was. Oh man,
we just talked about half an hour about Lion King. Wow.
Well, and just like voice and live action. Oh man, like 25 minutes, but yeah, let's jump into our first review of the night. Of let me pull up the cast and stuff. When you guys got the synopsis?
I'll pull it up. But man, Cocaine Bear was something else. I mean, isn't that what the synopsis is right now? Cocaine Bear. Synopsis. Done. A bear takes some cocaine. Synopsis.
Yeah, apparently pretty much.
New world. Cocaine is dropped from the sky and gets on bears. This is what happens. These are their stories.
There's actually a lot of famous people in it.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Is that Ray Liotta?
This
is his last movie, isn't it?
His last movie.
It's his last film.
Yeah, you got Ray Liotta all the way to a YouTuber or a TikToker, I think. Like that was the span of celebrityness. A legend and a TikTok guy. And everything in between.
I thought that guy looked familiar, that paramedic.
Yeah. Yeah, from TikTok.
All right. I got it up. Let's go. Let's do this.
Fucking neck is killing me. All right. Let's go. All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer. I'm with Brian the Grizzly over here and Brandman Brandon. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
To Miss America's wave. Come on.
The big blockbuster of the weekend. Did it take number one? I'm not sure if it took
number
Ant-Man. So Ant-Man still survived because it was kicking his butt on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think so.
It's still number one, I think.
Is it?
I think.
I gotta double check. But either way, it's the one movie everyone's talking about more than Ant-Man, more than anything else. Cocaine Bear. Finally, we got it after all the hype and everything like that. See, what is it? An hour 30. Good time, and then the cast filled, like I think we said right before we started this review, from Ray Liotta, a legend, classic, great. This is his last film that he's done before he passed away, all the way to TikToker. So, and I'm not even kidding. There's literally everything in between those two. So, but real quick before we go on to our conversation about it, when you guys got the synopsis for it,
yeah, I got it right here. All right. After a 500-pound black bear consumes a significant amount of cocaine and embarks on a drug-fueled rampage, an eccentric gathering of cops, criminals, tourists, and teenagers assemble in the Georgia forest. It is loosely inspired on a true story of Cocaine Bear, an American black bear that, they're just in the millions of dollars of cocaine from 1985.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but for real quick, right off the bat, this movie's insane. Right off the bat, and I'm talking about in the movie. Right off the bat, the movie starts, it's crazy, and then it shows actual news coverage of the whole situation, which I thought was kind of interesting. So, but yeah. So we'll start off with some of the good stuff. What you got?
My question is, so I thought that the bear immediately died from ingesting the cocaine. Just in a real life story.
Babe, I don't know.
Oh, but cocaine is a hell of a drug because obviously it brings things back to life. It's literally it wasn't even a cocaine bear anymore. It was like a zombie bear. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Cocaine, I'm better. It's just like, what? Like, did this happen? Did anyone else see this?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brandon. You tell me what the good things you like the most.
I think it was just the right length, just a little over an hour and a half. It didn't run any longer than it needed to. I liked the soundtrack. I'm a sucker for kind of like those 80s synth throwback soundtracks, so I liked that. Like the actors, it had a lot of talent. Everyone did good acting wise. I didn't have any complaints about the acting. Just you kind of know what you're getting with a title like Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
So it was just as off its rocker as I expected it to be. I was sitting in the theater having a great time.
Yeah.
It hooks you in right away.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Elizabeth Banks herself was on drugs when she was directing this. Like
you know what a good idea is? Let's do this.
Yeah.
There's gotta be something she saw in the news and was like, "That's a great movie." that was it.
It had the right amount of gore and blood and that sort of thing. So yeah, it was a fun watch overall for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they said, the difference between black bears and brown bears from the beginning.
Did I miss that? What they say?
It's a black attack, brown lay down.
Oh yeah.
Black attack, brown lay down. And it's a black bear. So they're like, attack. Boy, were they wrong.
Yeah.
Every scene, the bear, like, he was like ripping off everyone's arms and limbs, and like he was eating the the best scene when he's going up the tree, going after the little boy, and smell the cocaine on the other dude, the wildlife expert. And he ran up the tree so fast.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was great.
Was the scariest scene I've ever seen in my life. I was like, so if I see a bear, it's like, there's no way winning. You can't swim, can't climb up a tree, can't run away. You just lost. You literally lost. You might as well just give up. Yeah, and it's funny because they said all that thing about black and brown bear, and then the only one who didn't die that interacted with the bear was the guy who laid down.
The opposite of what you were supposed to do.
He laid down. He just laid on top of. She laid on top of him. He was like, "How do you know it's a girl?" I know. We know why he knows.
Yeah.
But it was fun. The movie itself was just, it was fun. Didn't take itself too seriously, but it was stupid. It's gonna be a good thing. It's definitely stupid.
Yeah. I mean, you don't go into a movie that's named Cocaine Bear and expect, like, you know, Shakespeare. You know what I mean? Like, it is going to be. I want what it says. I want a cocaine bear, and I want just madness, and that's exactly what it was. Like from beginning all the way to the end. You know, like, it was so great.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting like a Frank Darabont film. So
yeah, exactly.
From Martin Scorsese.
yeah. But you know, Kerry Russell was in it. I thought she did great. She was the mom. O'Shea Jackson. It took me a while. I'm like, is that him?
Yeah.
You know, and then like, and then I'm like, oh yeah, okay. He looked a little chunkier than the last time we saw him in like
weight, but I think he lost weight before to become his father.
That's true. Well, even in the Star Wars show, Andor, he was a little skinnier,
a little bit bigger.
But you know, then we got the Alden, was it Brenrich, whatever, the guy who played Han Solo.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, damn, I'm like, that's why.
However you say his last name.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. But his character I thought was good. Was it Eddie? Ed? Or no, what was it? What was his character's name? It says Marty. Was it Marty? Marty.
It was Marty.
Yeah.
Because O'Shea Jackson, his character's name was David. Yeah, Alden Ehrenreich, or however you say his last name, his character was Eddie.
Yeah.
It was Eddie, yeah.
They got it wrong on here. But yeah. It was he was, and the dialogue was just so old school movie dialogue, if that makes sense. But it fit the movie. You know what I mean? Because like at one point the kid's like, "Hey, Mister, you're a bad guy," and I was like, that's such like an old school like Little Rascals type of stupid shit. And it fit this movie though. Dennis the Menace, and it fit so well because it was just like very old school kind of movie, and I think they were really going for like an '80s vibe that they did hit pretty well. Especially with Ray Liotta was just decked out in like '80s.
I mean,
kind of mobster.
So was O'Shea. He was like, man, my jersey. And I just got these brand new Jordans. He just came out. That was the Jordan ones, original Jordan ones from 1985. I think that, you know. I was like, why are you wearing that in the mud? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, that's why he got mad. Yeah, when he got stabbed, he was more upset about messing up the jersey than actually being stabbed.
I felt his pain.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think the cop was Isaiah Whitlock.
Isaiah Whitlock, Bob.
That was good. I think he just has like a certain like the way he talks is this very old school kind of Southern cop kind of.
Yeah, great actor.
Stupid though. Yeah. It was going out in the middle of nowhere. Where do you think he was going to go walk in the middle of the forest and like solve this murder from this drug kingpin? By himself. It was just so stupid.
It was so one of my favorite lines was when he gets betrayed and he goes, the department trusted you. The city, the United States of America trusted you. It was just so silly and over the top. And it was just like, just laughing as he's dying. And he's like, throws that kind of old, kind of like, oh, you were part of something bigger. And she's like, I don't give a shit.
No, what did he say? I trust you with, was it Dee Dee or something? What was it?
Yeah.
It's I trusted you with her. How dare you?
Oh yeah, the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then so real quick, Xavier said every scene with the bear is fun. The plot surrounding the bear is bonkers. Yeah, 100%. Then there's really kind of two stories going on that merge together at the end, obviously. But yeah, just said this movie knows exactly what it is, and that's the part of its charm. 100%.
Yep, for sure.
100% what it is.
For sure.
And we got Coat Lords in the house. Brandman looking dapper. little dapper brand.
He's waiting for Alyssa to come back in. He's like, "Oh, I got your sweater vest, or what did she say? The V-neck sweater." There she called you. She goes, "I got you."
Last week.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. I think she came in and said it. He's like, I got you.
Yeah, she's usually over on Twitch. Movie scene stealer in 2 words. Yeah. Margot Martindale.
Yep.
She was
the Ranger.
Yeah, the Ranger.
I thought she was gonna make it. Honestly, I thought she was gonna make it.
Me too.
I was like,
she got her shit wrecked. Jesus. That was nasty.
Yeah, it was really nasty. But my question is, how fast do black bears run? Like, that you couldn't. I've seen some
I think they can run pretty fast.
I see some ambulances run. You can go 80, 85 miles an hour. What the hell were they doing? Like they were waiting for the bear to jump. It jumped and it landed inside of the ambulance. It didn't make any sense to me. I was like, what is going on? Like, and then no one thought to turn a little bit. Like, he's in the air. He didn't think turn to the right a little bit, swerve a little bit. It's just let's make sure he doesn't go right into the side.
Just make a left turn or something. Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah. This the ignorance of like, oh, all I have to do is this, and I'll be okay from this, bear. It's just was silly. 30 miles an hour. That's how fast a black bear can run.
So how the hell did she not get away? Like, how it's just making sense. But I'm asking about why does it not make sense? I mean,
exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, but yeah, the park ranger, she was awesome. Like the worst shot ever in any movie. That was the
best. Yeah, like I was like, how do you mess that up?
He shot it right in the head, the brain. Like the brain pieces are all over everyone. It's like,
and she's just so unfazed about. Just I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. And he's like, but he's dead. And she's like, move him. Close the door. Like, she was great. She was super great.
Catch that joke. He was like, hey, it's kind of dusty around here. You really need to dust this beaver. She's like, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Right there. That tells you exactly what kind of movie you're getting with a joke like that. So,
like, what? Is this really happening, guys?
Yeah. As Kohler said, just checking in, fellas. Just finished filming Last of Us review. Nice. Now going to film our movie review for Mind Cage. Have a great show. Or Mind Cage. Have a great show.
You too, guys. Yeah. Very cool.
Thanks, you too.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Hey, did you guys catch Jesse Tyler Ferguson? Because from all the family movie, family show. What's it called? Oh my God.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Modern Family. Modern Family. Yeah.
Oh, sure that's kind of cool.
It took me a second to figure out that was him with the long hair, and he had he just looked like
he was super 80s. He was super 80s.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of good stuff. I thought we obviously I think we all have a lot of good stuff. Any bad things that we did not like, or just rubbed you the wrong way? Wrong way. Jeez.
I can't believe you can't have Isaiah Whitlock in a movie, Clay Davis, and not have him at least once go, she.
Yeah. I know.
I was waiting for that. I was disappointed they didn't deliver on that.
Yeah.
I found myself kind of yelling at the screen a couple times just because it did kind of fall into that trope of like stupid characters or characters who weren't moving fast enough.
Yeah.
Like when Carrie Russell gets the like rescues her daughter and the kids are together. Why are you still posted in the damn cave, hugging and celebrating? Move.
Yeah.
Even with the like the ambulance,
Yeah, that
like
made no sense to me.
move faster. You know, you guys are in the truck. Like floor it, close the damn doors. Don't worry about shooting at the bear.
Yeah.
Just like floor it. Why do you keep turning? Why are you driving and like turning around and wait and like looking for extended periods of time rather than focusing on the road?
Let it slow down. Like it didn't make any sense. Like, and it was
let me double check.
Down, back up, man.
That's what got her like. That's why she hit a tree and flew through the windshield.
Yeah.
once
And
she
then
was
the
coming
bear
up on
just
that
got
tree,
up and was like, the bear was like, huh?
Just walked out.
Yeah, the bear. Yeah, that was funny. I think those are my two things that I can immediately think of.
No. What were you, Brian?
I mean, besides the whole movie being stupid, like the good part is it being stupid. The bad part is stupid. Like Isaiah Whitlock's character, Bob, the officer, it was literally he had a gun, ready. He had the high ground, he had the cocaine, and somehow he didn't shoot the bear. He was like, let's just see what happens.
Let's just see what happens.
It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then the kids taking the cocaine, like eating it, like what the hell? What the hell? I thought that was
the 80s, right? They didn't know. Everyone took cocaine.
They didn't get effed up. Like they were working. They were able to do a lot of stuff. They should have been fucked up.
Yeah. That was
that much.
I mean, yeah.
Like I mean, he should have been running at the bear. They should have been the little boy and the bear running at each other, trying to kill each other. Like that's what it should have been. It should have been like a little Wolverine. Like that didn't make any sense to me. The Officer Reba, her whole character didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't. Or how did, once again, Isaiah Whitlock, or Bob, whatever, how did he not go into the sheriff's station when he got there? So he parks, he doesn't go in the sheriff's station to see all these people dying and blood everywhere. He just starts walking on the trail. He doesn't want to talk to the sheriff. Like I thought that was stupid. You go to someone, you park at the sheriff's station, and then you don't say anything to him.
Yeah. They were the park rangers, right?
Park ranger, park ranger. I'm sorry, the park ranger. But you're there. He parked right there. So why didn't he go talk to the park ranger? Hey, I am looking for cocaine out here that might be out here. Mm-hmm. Like the lack of information, lack of sharing was kind of stupid to me.
Yeah, rather than just being hero cop, basically.
Yeah, it just didn't make any sense to me. But it was, at least, you know what, it was very fast. It was very fast paced, so I didn't have to worry about any of the things that they made mistakes on or it seemed stupid. It was fast. Who cares?
Yeah. So for me, the ending got the ending changed the tone a lot. You know, once Ray Liotta kind of rejoined the picture or the gang and everything like that, like the whole tone of the movie went from like funny, goofy to like funny, scary in a way. And especially by the waterfall, like he shoots the bear and I'm like, oh. I was like, and I feel like that shouldn't be, like, I don't know. Maybe it was, and they wanted to do it because you find out it's a female, and then you find out she has babies that she also gives cocaine to. That's fucking hilarious, But then it's like, then he like bashes one of them in the head with his, rifle, So it's like it went from being very like goofy and silly to being like a little bit more serious, while still being goofy. And that's a hard thing to really pull off. Is like everyone there was goofy except for Ray Liotta, where he was just like he stayed in that mobster, I need my money, drugs, and everyone else was just,
I think everyone else still was taking it seriously too.
Yeah,
because once he explained, I borrowed this, $16 million worth of cocaine. I'm going to be, make someone whole. It did definitely go from like, oh crap, we need to find the rest of these drugs. And then they walked past a bag full of drugs. I was like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk past that huge thing. Or the fact that they didn't just search the area first in the car. Just drive around and just
drive around
the area and figure that out.
Yeah. But yeah, Xavier is right. This movie had about 3 tonal shifts: thriller, comedy, and gory horror. Yeah, definitely. And the gory horror kind of thing stuck around the entire time, I think. But it went from like thriller and like horror, like when the paramedic goes and opens the door and the bear just like walks out from the shadow. Yeah. That was really good. I thought that was like pretty scary. But then it immediately goes into comedy. And I feel you can do that with horror and comedy. You can like really not interchange, but mesh them better together than something more like, suspense thriller, like Ray Liotta was trying to push at the end with that whole thing, because then it's Carrie Russell trying to save her kids, this and that. So it was like, that was my only bad thing. I was like, but it still was good, because then it instantly went crazy again when like Brian said, like, the cocaine explodes in.
I was gonna say,
and then it spills out the bullet.
So I was gonna say 4 tone shifts because then it becomes a zombie movie.
Yeah.
It wakes up, spits out the bullet. It becomes the last dragon again.
Yeah. But so that was my only thing. One other thing that I wanted to go back to, one of the things I did like, which I so stupid, because the movie knows how stupid it is, and it makes fun of it in a way where O'Shea Jackson goes to reach for the gun, and Bob, the cop on top of the roof, shot him, and he shoots his hand, and he pulls out, and he's missing his middle finger and his pinky finger. And then the little bad kid is like, how did that happen? They're not even next to each other. We rolling because it's like, how do you? That was funny. Yeah, that whole scene. But for the most part, if that was my only problem, was the tonal shift at the end. It wasn't like even that bad for me, because you're still like, oh, that poor drugged out crackhead bear, just trying to protect his little crackhead babies now. It's like,
hey, what did you guys feel about Olaf?
The guy.
The guy from the beginning, and then also outside the cave towards the end.
Oh, that's right.
The hitchhiker, the guy who's like about to marry his love of his life, that she's about to talk about having his babies, and then she gets ripped to shreds. He gets hit in the face by her ripped off leg.
Yeah.
I thought they might do more with him.
Yeah.
Especially near the end. I certainly forgot all about him. I think Elizabeth Banks and the screenwriter kind of did too.
That's what it seemed like. Like they never revisited him again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
it was kind of unaccounted for by the time it ended.
Yeah. It was okay. I think they're there just to set up the bear, because that whole thing is like there's a bear. Oh, we have such good luck in nature. And then it comes to the bear bashing his head on the tree. I'm like, what the But then when the bear stares at the camera, it's like, that was like really like scary. Yeah, it runs, but also like, where? Because it's gonna catch you. Yeah, I forgot about it. But yeah, he's from Game of Thrones as well. He was one of the wild folk. He was like the leader of the wild folk.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
but I just thought that was
I forgot about him.
Yeah. But man, look at you. I mean, wasn't he was in The Witcher too, right? Wasn't he? He was
I think he was in The Witcher.
Yeah, he was the one that he went to in The Witcher. Like he was one of his friends. He was one of the Witchers, wasn't he? He was one of the Witchers.
I'm looking it up.
I feel like he was in The Witcher.
Yeah, I feel like he is, but I could be wrong. No, I don't see it in his IMDb. Oh, he was in Fast and Furious.
I know that.
The Fate of
He
the
sure
Furious.
was.
Yeah, he was.
He was
in
in Fast and Furious, but I sworn he was in The Witcher. Oh well, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. So let's get our ratings out. See what we rated as. You wanna tell them, Brian?
All right. So here at the Spoiler Kings, guys, we rate things a little bit differently. We don't worry about 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5 stars, any of that stuff. We're gonna get right to the point. We do now. You need to stop what you're doing, drop everything, go see it right now. It's that important. It's that great. We have later. As you wash the dishes or you're streaming something, you can go ahead and watch it then. It's fine to do that and do something else. And then we have never. It should never hit your screen. You shouldn't even think about it. If you see it on your TV, instead of like turn off the TV, break the TV. Just throw it off. Throw a remote control at it. Stop the TV from working. It's that bad. So those are our 3 kind of categories. Brandon, what are you going to rate this movie, Cocaine Bear?
Kind of torn between now and later. This is a very specific movie depending on what your tastes are. Like if you like your movies super crazy, like if you like your crazy, like really crazy, I'd say go see it. I'd give it a now. It's definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea because and that said, I'm almost inclined to say it's later, but I had so much fun with it that I could give it a now.
Okay.
I could give it a
now. Me, as I think about it, also for the first time watched Megan with my wife. Like I watched it before, I watched it with my wife, and she watched that, and me thinking about how she enjoyed that compared to this, I gotta give this a later. It's not like an epic film.
It really isn't, and that's why I'm kind of teeter-tottering.
I mean, I understand why people went and saw it. I understand why people why it made money, but it is just bear on cocaine. That is what it is. Like literally, like everything you imagine what would happen, that's what happened in the movie. You don't have to like rush to go see anything because you can just imagine it. Literally, exactly what happened. So I give it a later. I could see like you streaming it and showing your friends, like, did you see how terrible this movie is? It's so bad, it's good, but it doesn't mean I have to drop everything and go see it. So I'm giving it a later.
Yeah. I was kind of right there with same as Brandon. Is like, is it an hour or a later? And if you can watch it right now before Wednesday, I will watch it now, because after Wednesday, there's no time to watch it. Like you're going to have to wait until it's streaming, because it came out in the 1 week before everything big came out. So it was the perfect time. And also Ant-Man kind of not hitting the numbers second week. Cocaine Bear, kind of brought people back to the theaters, I thought. So it was fun. So I think if you saw it last week, that was probably the best time. But I think overall, it's probably gonna be a later, because this, I think you can have a lot of fun at home. Have a party and throw it on in the background. Like this, it's just a goofy movie that some people that are like can just sit and watch and laugh at it and stuff. But
that's
it was fun.
I was considering. That's why I was teeter-tottering.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I'm like, if you can go and watch it tomorrow, like Tuesday before Creed starts coming out, I would go watch it, because after Creed comes out, it's all gas, no brakes for Hollywood blockbusters, and I don't know if I would pick this over any of those, but it's fun. I would still say I recommend going to seeing it, but you probably have to wait till it's streaming. But yeah, I'll probably watch it again. Would you guys watch it again once it comes out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely watch it again.
Have playing a drinking game or doing something like that. Like, hey guys, every time the bear attacks somebody, we gotta take a shot. Like it's that type of movie, but it's not like I'm gonna watch it because it's fun. Like I I love Zombieland. I think Zombieland is a better movie than this. But it's a movie similar to that. Like you watch where other people just laugh at how stupid all the characters are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And then everyone else around the board. So on Rotten Tomatoes, we got a 70% with the critics, 75% with the audience. So not bad for this kind of movie. It's kind of where I expected. It was trending really high. I think it was like 100 to like 99, like Thursday and Friday, which was insane. But obviously, I think people want to go see it, and we got actual reviews, and I'm about right there. That's a good number.
It sounds. It sounds exact. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it's a C. It works.
Yeah, it's fun.
It does.
It's super fun. Yeah, it's super fun. You're gonna laugh. It's definitely an anti-drug movie. I think if you want to show this to a kid, then why not to take drugs? Look what it did to a 5.
Nothing bad happened to the kids.
That's true, right? They took a
mouthful of cocaine. Nothing bad happened to them. They didn't get.
They're fine. Yeah. I wonder because they said, well, nah. Even if you spit it out, that's still enough in your mouth that's going to get absorbed.
Exactly.
Just even if you don't swallow, like just enough in your mouth of that. So, I think, but yeah, super fun. Like I said, director Elizabeth Banks, producer Elizabeth Banks. This is like one of her.
I think no one else wanted to be attached to this movie.
Not anyone that I can see big names besides her. It's fine.
We'll let you do it. We'll talk about it, but we really don't want to have our name attached to this. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. So it was very different, very funny, very goofy. A good time. Any last thoughts, guys?
No, I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's Cocaine Bear. I mean, it made $28.5 million in the box office this weekend, which is great. It's number 2 in the box office this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But it started to go down. So like it was like Friday, Saturday, people were like, yes, Cocaine Bear. And then Sunday, it was like, people were like, oh yeah, it's exactly what I think it is. So they only made like $5 million on Sunday. So
yeah,
it is what it is. I'm happy I went and saw it, but I'm definitely going to see it again. Like Wednesday, I'm going to go see Creed 3. Mandalorian comes out. I got to catch up on all this other stuff. So like this is the only time I will ever go sit and watch this thing. But it is what it is.
Yeah, perfect timing on their end, and also lucky because if Ant-Man was better, then this movie would have completely flopped.
It would have been snowballed.
Yeah. All right, guys. Anything else? Brandon?
I think that just about covers it for me.
Yep. Cool.
I wish the bear would have stole a picnic basket.
Hmm.
Am I the only one?
No. Yeah. Or at least put a ranger hat on.
That's all the little ones. I was like, hey, it's Boo Boo. That's why. Just one time, I was like, if you could just get a picnic basket, like a family's having a picnic, and they just come and scare off the picnic, and then they eat the picnic basket. I thought that would have been perfect.
That would be funny. I was at least expecting a hat and be Smokey the Bear or something like that. But yeah,
only you could prevent forest fires.
Yeah. All right. But that is it. That is our thoughts or review on Cocaine Bear. If you've seen it, let us know. Leave a comment. But if you're live, stick around. We're going to talk about some other stuff. If you're watching on replay, thank you. Hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000, so we're trying to get there as soon as possible. And hit that like button, and it lets YouTube know that what we're doing is pretty good, and it helps us get in front of more people. So, but that is it for this one, and we are going to move on to another review. All right, well, I need to get some water, man. I forget. I feel like somebody karate chopped the back of my neck.
That was Lucas. He was like, I got him. Karate kick.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah. Well, now he's sleeping with an arm out. You know, like we're trying to slowly get him out of the sleep suit or the sleep sack. So like one arm's up here, now the other one's out, and it's on my side. So
that's dangerous. You can't be having razors on like that close to you. That's the little fingernails of razors.
Yeah. Constantly have to like grind them down. All right. I'm gonna go run. Let me go run get some more real quick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you had a chance to read anything? Because I was actually at the comic book store. There's a couple things, you know. I think I talked about this before. I finally got a chance to read it. This is where the furthest place from here is. You know, what's the furthest place from here?
I have not really gotten to read anything new just because I've been like so zoned out with what we've been talking about.
Yep.
Hopefully it's the end of it come Wednesday. And I can just kind of get back to my normal habits.
No, I understand. I mean, I've just been, you know, I think I've been grabbing more and more stuff that just I like. It's my type of stuff. You know, I got Spawn, Unwanted Violence. I'm a huge Spawn fan. Yeah, obviously I put it in the Black Excellence thing. So just, but also I'm starting to realize I'm a fan of certain artists. You know, and I love their certain people's style. Even though this is a Todd McFarlane comic, just I noticed that some people have better styles, and then just it's funner to read and just, you know, see the differences in them. You know, I know that just something you've looked at before, but it's something I never really really looked at and really noticed. You know, like this one, something killing the children.
That's the newest Spawn.
Yep. This is number 29. Look at this style. Like I just like the way it looks, the way they do the, you know, layout. You know, how crazy things look. Yeah. So yeah, I'm starting to,
the
you
animation.
Know, and it's funny because the stuff that I'm looking at now, I'm noticed that my style has my taste have changed. You know, I want more better stories. You know, not just the same old thing that you hear all the time. I don't want the same. Like I do enjoy my DC stuff. You know, I do enjoy this stuff. You know, this is DC War of the Undead Gods. I do enjoy that, or the Titans United Blood Front. Flag. I enjoy those, but I'm enjoying these other ones, these indie ones more, and different styles more the older I get, because it's different. It's a different feel. It's a different flow to stuff. And as I get older, my tastes are getting, you know, older, or more. My palate is getting more mature, I guess. Which just sounds weird because you're talking about comics.
I mean, some of these storylines are super dark, man. Like super dark.
I mean, a lot of these storylines are super dark.
Yeah. Lovesick.
Lovesick is like, crazy.
Teenage Wasteland is a good one too, with the more adult. I mean, DC and Marvel is always going to keep it PG-13 at worst. You know. So
you see, you read The Lost Years for The Last Ronin?
Yeah. So I wonder if that's going to be like a good series, because so if anybody hasn't read The Last Ronin, basically the original Ninja Turtles are all dead by the end of it. But April O'Neil and her daughter Casey kind of start a new Four Turtles. And this prequel to the story, The Lost Years, is kind of explaining Michelangelo's last years as the solo turtle and how he kind of goes crazy, you know, with constantly hearing his brothers.
Which is a great story arc for Michelangelo.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong.
Really had too many.
The Last Ronin, those 5 books are excellent.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
they're great. But I didn't mind it, because then it's doing that, and it's slowly setting up
what's
the
going
newer Turtles.
Exactly.
You know? You know, and I like it because they're all different turtles too. You know, where like the original Ninja Turtles are all the same kind of style. You know, like he just is in orange and he's in red. This one, like they are all different kind of turtles. Yeah,
like they have different type of people, which is interesting. And I want to see
and two of them being
Turtle.
female.
Yeah,
I think it was cool too. There's 2 males and 2 females. So, yeah. I like their designs. I thought they're pretty cool looking.
It's another artist one because I was just saying, like, I'm starting to enjoy certain artists. I could tell. I mean, I like their style. Yeah, and there's nothing I realized before, but now I'm starting to really realize it.
Yeah. Younger, I never paid attention to who's writing it and who's this and that. Like one of my favorite comic books growing up was this Wolverine graphic novel, and I didn't find out Frank Miller wrote it until I was older. I'm like, and knew who Frank Miller was,
or cared.
Yeah, exactly. And I still have it, so it's like it's one of my favorite comic books just because it's one of my first comic books I ever had. And it's a Frank Miller Wolverine comic, which is considered like one of the greats. So stuff you start to notice as you get older. All right, you guys ready for Last of Us?
Oh yeah.
Just to make sure I'm okay. I guess I could do this.
Are you ever okay when it comes to when you finish an episode of this show?
No.
Yeah.
And they keep on lulling you in. You think something's gonna happen, it's about to happen, and it doesn't happen in. And then as soon as you start to like really lower everything, like, oh, this is good, this is cool, maybe we're not gonna get it. Bam, hit you in the face.
Yeah, like I got you. All right. I was thinking about changing the background, but I don't know if there's any good backgrounds.
You do a merry-go-round.
Yeah, I just saw that. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. See if it looks any good. Let's see how this looks. Wait, I don't know. What do you think?
That's all right.
Yeah.
No, whatever. Let's leave it. Yeah. We always have our support the channel. No one supports us.
Man, right now, if you subscribe and you like the video, that's enough support for me right now.
That's huge support. You talk about it.
Yeah. All right. We're getting into this one. Oh, either of you guys want to run it? You want to intro it, Brandon?
Okay, so we're doing the newest episode of The Last of Us, right?
Yeah. We'll just intro it, and then once it's time to check out, just go through all that.
Oh. Okay, hang on one second.
We'll help, obviously, like lead in stuff like that.
1 second.
Oh. Man, but the one thing about this one is all the damn review bombs.
Incels are going to stay mad.
Yeah.
Especially with this show. With this show.
Freaking crybabies.
And I just think, like, guys, why are you worried about that? Someone's first love, in a post-apocalyptic world, or because you had a crush, like, what does that mean? Who cares? You don't know what. Like, you don't have any choices. There aren't any choices. You didn't see her around boys at all. So why are you worried about it?
Well, imagine being so fragile that you take that as an attack on your sexuality.
Yeah.
Friggin' losers. Go outside.
What's the saying? Go touch grass.
Go touch grass.
I'll say go eat grass.
Small dick losers.
Yeah, they're all.
Hang on 1 second. I'm just looking for a synopsis for it.
Oh, we don't need a
synopsis. We're going to talk about this.
Okay.
Thing.
Okay.
Yeah, not for a TV.
I just wasted that time for nothing. My bad.
Right. No, this intro to say, like what we usually just introduce everyone and then what we're talking about, and then let's get right into it.
Yeah, definitely ready whenever you guys are.
Hold on, let's move on.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
In the host spot. All right, I'm gonna hit it.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. Yours truly, Brandman Brandon, here with my buddies Tank Kramer and Brian the Grizzly, as always. We're here bringing you the latest episode 7 of The Last of Us. Yeah.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Exactly.
Emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
The very definition of it. I watch this show every week knowing I'm about to get hurt. I don't know why I do it to myself, but I still do it to myself.
Yeah.
Obviously,
we got message Neo Drunkman, right? The Drunkman message him. I'm like, why do you hate us so much?
Yeah.
It's like every week you get kicked in the balls, and then the next week you line up to get kicked in the balls again. Like it's like I can't wait for this, and then you do it again. It's like, oh, I'm so surprised. It's just it is what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know what's about to happen to me and how I'm about to feel at the end of by the time each episode ends, but for whatever reason, I'm still doing it to myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could start with a little bit of what we liked about this episode. From there, we could go into anything that we didn't like, and then we can enter our ratings. So let's start with Brian. What did you like about this most recent episode of The Last of Us?
I mean, this thing was so good. So come on right in and get Ellie dragging Joel through a neighborhood. We didn't even know a neighborhood existed, dragging him with the horse on a mattress, basically trying to get him into a house. That scene, because you see the blood being dragged, from all the way from the street. That resonated with me. And then Joel pushing her away, basically saying, you need to leave, you need to go north, go find Tommy, and go live your life. Because once again, we already know Joel, he's totally head over heels for Ellie right now. She's basically his daughter, and he's pushing her because he doesn't want her to he doesn't want her to stay here, and he feel like he's dying. And 2, he doesn't want her to see him that way. And I mean, those two things were, just so apparent and so strong. And you can see Ellie really conflicted because she respects Joel because that's her family. That's the one person that she sees as the person I care about the most and the person I'm going to listen to the most. And it's interesting how they chose to go to do the flashback as she's about to leave, touching that the doorknob, and then we get the flashback to understand who Ellie is and why she's the way she is now. I love that part. So I don't know. I think it was so good that they did it that way, because I mean it's a memorable part of the game. I remember seeing playing in a PlayStation, like that was so memorable. But the way they did it, I thought was special. And the connection that they made, and immediately her going in, and remember they basically are kids that aren't kids. They're in a military school. They're learning how to become part of the military.
Mm-hmm.
They never had that chance, even seeing that Walkman.
Yeah.
And how that was just like epic for her. And it made her special and made people hate her. All those things were so important. And of course I got Star-Lord vibes from that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to go so far into the show, but just that far was so great. And then that night, the conversation she had with the Colonel was awesome. And it's like, which path do you want to have? And she, the Fedra, he told her, like, look, you are either going to be on shit duty or you're going to be on this epic thing that you're an officer and you're going to have a good place and you be warm when it's cold, and you'll be cool when it's hot, and all the meals you need and everything. You know, that was a great pitch. I was ready to sign up. You know, and seeing that, you know, like, okay, yeah, in that world, this makes sense. And she was ready to go. She was like, "This, I'm going to start going to sleep on time. I'm not going to fight anything else. I can't get in trouble anymore." And then her friend comes back, and I love the way she did come back.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that whole story. So you know, I could talk forever on this, but you know, I'm gonna let Tank go ahead and go. But yeah. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the journey we went on.
Yeah, it was really something. I know last week we were talking like what we thought was gonna save Joel. I did not think her dragging him with the horse, you know, on a mattress or in a sleeping bag or whatever it was, like to like a house. Like, it makes sense. Like there would be apartment buildings. It's a university, so I'm assuming, you know, it's somewhat in like a, you know, in a neighborhood. So
some type of residential area.
Yeah, you know, so that made sense because the whole time I'm like, oh, you know, and it's kind of a smart move on her. You know, it definitely shows that she's becoming smarter, you know, because Joel is teaching her the right way, you know. And then they go down to the basement, you know, which is, they could have this right in the living room, like, no, in the basement because it's safer in the basement, you know, theoretically. So I thought I like stuff like that, those little details, you know, of her, and then, you know, Joel being Joel is like, no, I'm done. You keep going, you know, and then not knowing was because she took off, and I'm like, oh shit, really? You know, what this is what we're gonna do? And then, you know, their flashback scenes, because this is really the only second episode where it's an entire flashback, you know, because episode 3 with Bill and Frank was kind of the same way, where something triggers a flashback and then it cuts and it does that. And so I'm like, they do their flashbacks really well, where a lot of times they feel out of place in other shows and stuff like that. This one, they do it really well. The flashbacks fit, it makes sense, and the story that the flashback is about is about the situation they're in at that moment. So
you understand why you have a flashback exactly at this moment.
Exactly. And that's like perfect storytelling, you know, like it seems like it makes sense. Like you're in this moment with this certain feeling and situation, so you remember that same kind of situation, feeling. It seems really easy, right? But so many shows and movies get it wrong, you know. So them doing it good was great. Yeah, exactly. So all right, cat's meowing. So you know, bud. So yeah, man, I thought it was really great. Pick him up. Oh, he's gonna keep meowing. But yeah, he was but the flashback itself was very telling on who Ellie was, you know what I mean? Because we didn't get anything about her past, you know, until this episode, you know, besides she's immune. That's it. That's all we really know. And she was a kid born in the DZ, or born, you know, during all of this madness. So she doesn't know anything about the world that was before, you know, that Joel's world that he lived in, you know. So so I thought it was a good episode with stuff like that, where we're able to get that backstory from her, you know, because the whole time we got Joel's backstory, right from the episode 1, we got his backstory. So I like that.
I like the fact that they also threw in there that she didn't know her. She never knew her parents. She never knew that love. She never knew what togetherness is. So she doesn't know what she's missing.
Yeah, which is, man, I mean, that's at least the one thing you kind of would hope for in a world that like is like this. You know what I mean? Is like, and but also you don't know why. Maybe her parents got sick, and then like, well, here the best thing is just to get rid of her and let her try to, you know, what Joel was trying to do, like push her away, like go live because I'm dying. And you know, her parents might have did that, like, here, you have a better chance with the military than us becoming zombies and killing you. You know,
I don't know. They didn't shoot her.
Yeah,
Sarah.
So yes, but yeah, man, yeah, it was good. I like that. A lot of people are saying it's filler.
It might be.
It was as much filler as episode 3 with Bill and Frank was,
but it also pushed the story a little bit forward, and you understand where they're going now. I mean, it enhanced the connection between her and Joel, so that's why I like that a lot.
And I think a show like this kind of needs filler, especially with the massive time jump. You have to keep in mind that this show jumped 20 years in the
Yeah.
first episode. So we do kind of need to those kind of blanks filled in on, what may have happened in the interim, how other people were handling this whole thing, in their own kind of different in their very different ways. So I think I think the filler is necessary
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
It's
real
like
quick,
Xavier said, yeah.
yeah,
Every
there
week
you
is every week is like a nice punch to the gut that you've asked for. But I
go.
was
Yeah.
gonna,
Pretty much.
this episode was a nice way to let the audience into Ellie's mindset, and also I think it's also showing
Yeah.
the last time she loved somebody.
Yeah.
She was in love, and loved someone, and how it was taken away, and understand
Yeah.
why she
Also kind
has
of betrayed
balls
in a way, because the person she loved
left her.
was kind of betraying her. Yeah. By leaving her with the crap situation. So yeah. Yeah.
Well, she also chose no. She didn't leave her. She told her, "I want you to come with me," but they said no. And then I don't think she would have chose to go. Ellie would have chose to go with her anyway, because Ellie was thinking, "I'm going to stay with Fedra, and I'm going to have this is good for me. I could be an officer. I'm young and strong, and I'm all these things, and very intelligent as we see she is. That could have been a career for her. She would have been just one of those mindless guys, too. But she had probably been an officer, not on patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was where her life was heading. Until she made one decision, kind of derailed it.
Yeah. What about you, Brandon? What was some good things?
I like how Ellie centric it was. Like, I'm
Yeah.
kind of touching on some stuff that you guys already said, anyway. But I like how it went more into her backstory and kind of what really kind of brought her joy, which was Riley. Arcade games. Hanging
Yeah.
out in a mall. You have to consider this is her firsthand experience with this sort of thing. So that was something that was really cool to see. That really kind of hooked me, and I think that was the emotional core of the episode. It's what definitely got me invested, or kind of kept me invested in this
Was it one
episode.
of those most beautiful things you ever seen? Like, I've never thought a dingy mall
Hmm.
when the neon lights get lit up would be that
Hmm.
beautiful. It looked awesome. They did a incredible job with that set.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love how it's kind of romanticizing a lot of kind of things that we've always deemed trivial, or kind of take for granted, like a mall or that sort of thing. So
A
I,
carousel.
yeah, I like that.
Or escalator.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, that was good. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we've gotten so used to bad things happening on every episode. I think it's safe to say that we're all on edge and kind of wondering when it's coming on each episode. So hats off to Neil Druckmann for accomplishing that. That's great.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like how, and I kind of like how the situation Joel was in was kind of brought full circle by the end of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. How that kind of fit in with the main narrative of the show.
That's good.
Yeah.
I agree with all that. I thought
Yeah.
it was really cute and innocent the way the episode, how they
Mhm.
did it. And it was like they were going out on a date. She came back to go out on a date with her, but it was very innocent. And they were both filling out how far they can take this, because they both weren't open to their own emotions, you know. And I thought that was just it was kind of cool to see, but it was just very innocent. Like, nothing was intentional. Nothing was, I'm trying to use the other person for any other any other thing. And it almost brought you back in that post-apocalyptic world to a world that's very just normal.
Mhm.
Teens being teens, trying to figure out who they are and what they really want in life. And I thought that was really interesting and cool. It was just cool to see that their friendship, and even though she's strained friendship because she was been gone for 3 weeks and she didn't know where she was, but still come back, and then for them have that adventure, and it was cool and very
Yeah.
very just 80s feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even little stuff like when she said when they're at the Victoria's Secret, she was like, "I'm just imagining you in this in that outfit," and it was weird because it was like oh yeah, Riley, you just making fun of me, but it really wasn't because it's really Riley kind of like testing the waters out there, like they put a toe in the water, like it was just I thought it was very cute.
Yeah, well that reminds me like of what like teenagers. A lot of teenagers and younger kids would do, it's like stuff like that, like saying the things they want, but putting it in a way where they're kind of like making it that they don't want it, stuff like that, like, oh, can you imagine if we just like kiss right now? Yeah, that'd be crazy. It's like, yeah, stuff like that. And that's what they did. And it was very, like you said, it was very cute, very innocent, but it was also like just in like Brandon said, it was innocent, but also like at any moment, like a zombie could just fall from the sky. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm on edge the entire time. So the whole time you're like, oh, and you're like, where's the zombie? Checking the background, like, where's it at?
I was mad though. I was like, right, what the hell? You didn't check the mall first before, check out to see if there's any zombies anywhere around here before I'm going to be sleeping here.
Right? Yeah, she was sleeping there.
So I thought,
just comfy with it too.
Yes,
right. I'm sleeping right next to this bomb and zombies. Cool. Yeah.
How did you like the fact that they got to play Mortal Kombat 2? Because after she had that poster on her wall, I thought that was awesome.
I liked that.
And then the fatality, like it was so awesome. Everything they did with that was so great. They had a pretty cool connection together.
What Xavier said, that reminds me of exactly like other shows, like Interview with the Vampire. Storm Reed matched Bella Ramsey's energy. It was great casting. Them together was really, really good. Yeah, definitely. Storm Reed and Bella Ramsey, both great young actresses that they understood what needed to be done, and they knocked it out of the park.
The assignment, exactly.
They knocked it out of the park.
It was really cool that she got her gift. It was the pun book too, the number. So that's why she got the second book from. That was cool too. Yeah, and that's why she had it with her.
Mm-hmm. Fix my light.
Hey, quick, guys. How does a computer get drunk?
I don't know.
Take screenshots.
Oh, yeah. They didn't know what screenshots were. Like, what's that? I don't know.
Oh, that was fun. Funny.
Yeah.
What about, and then after Riley opened up to Ellie, and Ellie was kind of pushed her away, and she just like be pushed away by Joel, and she, doing all that, she still came back. And I think that was something that mirrored what was going on with Joel, with her and Joel. Like, she might have went away and she was going to do this, but she still came back because she thinks about it and she realizes that, I can't leave it like that. She only had two friendships in her entire life, Joel and Riley, and both of them mirrored each other, like, and it was just nice to see her emotional and kind of like I don't know, like just vulnerable.
I was gonna say like vulnerable and like and also like free in the sense to like make up her mind, because it was like here, like, because right now she's kind of stuck with her on this mission with Joel, but there's like, all right, you can stay or you can come, we can figure something out. It's like she had freedom to do stuff, but she was still kind of reluctant to like change anything, like fear of change, in a way, it's kind of crazy, especially in that world. Like yeah, I guess, I don't know, when everything that changes is always changing for the bad, I guess you're afraid of change, but I don't know.
I don't know. And then of course finally we get the zombie attack, right? Like, how much are you guys waiting for that? You knew the zombie was coming.
Yeah,
and then, of course, it's going to happen in the damn Halloween time store. It's like, come on, man. Really?
Yeah.
And here's my question: how are the zombies so damn quiet? Like, just sneaking up on you, and then he knows like be scream when he's coming after you, like come on, you aren't screaming.
Weren't
the
they
whole
playing
time?
Music? They were playing music in the store speakers, right?
Yeah, they were.
So,
yes, and also the lights and all the stuff, so they're drawing attention to where they were.
yeah.
So I mean, and then Etta James playing on the radio, was like, "I got you, babe," or something like that. Was playing on the radio, and I thought that was cool. And the only time, so Ellie and Riley had that one kiss, which is very, very cool, very innocent, like the first kiss thing, and that's all they had.
Yeah,
and all this uproar over that, dude.
Yeah, and it was a bunch of like kind of flirting, and then a kiss, and then like you said, people lost their damn mind. Calling it. A lot of people are review bombing and calling it a woke filler. So
yeah, and I feel like it's more than that. Like,
just imagine being
understand?
that fragile.
No, I think it's more than that. I think it's like when it's not something you would do, you feel like it's wrong, and not everything is going to be about you. Like, I think it's so self-centered, thinking that it's exactly what I want it to be. It's not about you. It's about their journey, and why can't you just accept it for what that is?
Yeah,
and enjoy what you're watching and understand the feelings that they are feeling, because they're girls that go through the same exact thing all the time. They're people that change their mind. So who the hell are you to tell a 14, 15-year-old girl what the hell's going on? How about you don't care?
Yeah.
How about you just let them be them, and let's just watch what's happening, and understand the innocence of the situation.
Yeah.
And people just blow me sometimes.
I know. Yeah, no.
They could. Yeah, whatever.
You were gonna say something, Brandon?
No. It's just it's just a lot of ignorance and insecurity out there. It's just I don't get why people are so upset when a relationship or a sexual orientation that they don't agree with is put on display in a work of fictional art. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around that, and just how fragile and insecure you have to be in order to take that personally and to review bomb it.
But it's even over something that when someone's 14 years old, they don't know what's happening, and you don't know what situation they have, and they try to give you context that they only are around these other people, and to find someone that you actually have feelings for is special in that in itself. So just take it as what it is.
And a lot of times, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't see myself in that situation. And we just talked about how like a lot of what they were doing was what a lot of younger kids do, when they're like first dating, first trying to figure out, like feel the waters with somebody new that they like and stuff like that. Like that didn't matter. That didn't matter if what they were, you know what I mean? Like that stayed the same. The innocence of it still stayed the same. Like that's what it was. So, I didn't really think about it. I thought it was like good. It was.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was told very well. Them putting on the mask, I thought was kind of interesting too. Just having fun. Kind of dancing. Like was it Ellie didn't really know how to dance, so she's kind of did what she thought was dancing.
Ellie definitely didn't know how to dance. So I was like, that's Bella Ramsey not knowing how to dance either, guys. I'm telling you, that's what it was. Having the rhythm of a snail. That's what it was.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the whole fact that so we see both of them get bit, and of course Ellie, she reacts like breaking everything, and Riley kind of just had this moment of clarity, and it just was so awesome the way she's like, we had these three choices. I mean, she's older. She's 16. Yeah, Ellie's what, 14 or 15, 14, 15, or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. So she's old. She's older, but she had this moment of clarity, saying, "Well, we have these 3 choices. One, I'm not going to let you kill yourself. I'm not going to sit there and deal with that." So she throws it out the window. That does that, and then 2, we just whatever, just wait for it to come, or 3, we just or we don't waste any time. We enjoy every moment we have left, and having that type of clarity is just amazing. I wonder, do we go back to that scene to find out what happens to them, as Riley changes?
Yeah.
Or does what's her name, Marlene, find Ellie before the change actually happened?
Before Riley changes?
Yeah.
Maybe that was the one. See, that was one of the bad things about this episode was it was an unfinished story. All the other ones, like the flashback with Bill and Frank, it was started and ended in that episode. This one started a flashback. I don't think it finished it though. I don't think we finished.
There's something that Ellie said in a previous episode. She said because Joel said, "I'm so sorry that you had to use a gun on that boy and kill someone and shoot someone," and she said, "This is not my first time." And so that immediately, so I'm thinking, looking at this, and this is not my first time, and knowing they have a gun. So I think I know the answer, but I wonder if that's what the real answer is that Ellie had to use the gun on Riley, which then puts another wall up because I'm definitely not going to feel this way about anyone else ever again.
Yeah.
But does that come back around when someone else that she cares about gets bitten? And now we get another flashback.
That'd be interesting. But yeah, exactly what Xavier said. Yeah, didn't care for the ending. It felt unfinished. It did. It felt unfinished. Especially Ellie can't turn now. I mean, that's not spoiling anything at this point. So I want to see, because it's going to be devastating. It's going to destroy her, like what Brian said. It's going to be so bad for her. I don't want to sound like an asshole. I'm like, I want to see it, but I mean, that's kind of part of the story is like seeing how Ellie became Ellie, and that's
the one we saw when we first were introduced to her in the first episode, which was, I enjoyed the fact that they gave us her in the first episode. Yeah. And now we're seeing this stuff now and understanding how she became who she was, or who she was then. And I also enjoyed the fact that we went back to this the same day and see Joel and her finally start to sew up Joel and not give up on him. And then you saw them, the embrace, the hand holding, like that sealed the deal. Like father and daughter, that's what they're going to be from now on. That's it. Yeah. And I thought that was very cool to see. Even though when it cut off, I was like, "What the hell?"
Exactly. Well, we didn't get what Brandon, what you didn't like about this episode, like any issues.
I know that I had mentioned that it kind of fills us with a sense of dread in terms of what's coming, because we all know. I think there's enough of this show at this point to know that it's only a matter of time before something bad or upsetting happens. And there were times where I was kind of like, just kind of get on with it. We know it's coming. Quit kind of toying with us, just come on and bring it. I'd say there was that.
They're teasing the gut punch and you just do it already.
So there were times where my patience was kind of wearing a little thin in that regard.
It wants to lower your guard down. It was like, no. If nothing bad's gonna happen, then you're like, oh, okay, and bam. That's exactly what happened. There's only 2 minutes left in this episode, and then bam, they get you. But
I'd say that was my only real thing with it.
Can I ask you, where would you rank this as far as episodes?
Man, it's hard to say because I feel like every week the newest one is better than the last one.
I don't know if this is better than the last
I
one.
don't know if this was better than the last one.
I don't ask that because I remember that's what Knox always asked, and that was
Yeah.
probably the hardest question I ever had. I was like, I don't know, and that this is hard. Where do you rank it?
Yeah,
I mean, as much as I say I like the episode, if I'm starting to rank them, it's probably in the back half.
I would probably put it as one of my. I don't want to put it as my least favorite, but it's also like it's kind of like
it's filler.
Every episode is a 10 out of 10, and this one's like a 9.9 out of 10. And it doesn't mean it sucks, just like
it's still good. It's just not.
Yeah,
it
like the filler was good. I think the biggest issue, like Xavier had, same with me, it felt unfinished. Like I wanted the flashback to be finished, and I think we all knew where it's going to go and what's going to happen. But we didn't get it. That's my biggest issue with this episode. Why it's not another 10 out of 10. Granted, it's still like a 9.9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, whatever. It's still great, but it was probably one of my. I would put it on towards the bottom, just the bottom. But that doesn't mean it's like horrible by any means necessary.
6 was so good, 6 finally get Tommy. We see all those things. The zombie thing was amazing. I mean,
well, the connection, that's when you actually get the connection of Joel and Ellie. It's tested and it's confirmed that, they love each other.
So, I mean, 6 was that. 5 was, we all know what 5 was, right? Endure and survive. We don't talk about that anymore. 4, please hold my hand. That's when you really start to build the chemistry between them. And then 3, you know what 3 is.
Yeah.
And 2, when we lose
Bill, or no, 3's Bill and Frank.
3's Bill and Frank.
2 is when we lose Tess, right?
Yeah, when we lose Tess. And then 1 is the first one. So like me saying that it's probably my least favorite so far.
Yeah.
Is that wrong to say? I mean, because I love 6, I love 5, I love 4, I love 3, I love 2. Like it's like, do I put 2 at the bottom, or do I put this one at the bottom? I might put 2 at the bottom and then this right above 2, but then everything else is like 100%. I love them.
Yeah.
So it's like choosing between your favorite kids, isn't it?
You love them for all. What about you, Brandon? We're just gonna sit in.
It's kind of tough where to rank this one. It's probably my third favorite episode at this point.
Oh, wow.
Third favorite. Okay.
Probably my third favorite.
I can see that too, man. I can see that being one of the better ones too.
Yeah. So I really like the first episode. I really like the
So is this episode better than Endure and Survive? Is it better or is it worse?
Was that Henry and Sam?
Henry and Sam.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it better than that one.
Okay. Is it better than last episode 6?
I'd rank it about the same.
Is it better?
I really like last week's episode.
I really like last week's episode a lot too. Is it is it better than Bill and Frank?
I liked it a little more than that one.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. And then 2, I think that's the one I could say that's, even though it was good, nothing happened until the end. So I was gonna say 2 is probably my bottom. But I feel like it's 2, then 7, and then 3, and then I could just put them in order. I don't care. You could put them in the hat and just throw them out there because I loved all the rest of them. But it's interesting. But to even think, but I mean, look, it's just a great episode. It's a great show. They're doing an unbelievable job.
Yeah. Oh wait, wrong one. Sorry, I'll bring that up in a second. Xavier said it's at the bottom of my list, but still quality TV. Yeah, saying it's like at the bottom of the list doesn't mean it's bad. You know what I mean? It's just it's not as it's
only a 95%. It's an A still. Yeah, but it's only a 95. Everything else is 97, 98, 99.
Yeah, so it was still a great episode. Definitely a great episode. It's interesting that Brandy said it was better than the Bill and Frank one. Which man, I can see after the next episode. I think once they finish the whole Riley story, I could see that being right up there with Bill and Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Because that had its own set of innocence and stuff like that, and they're feeling out feeling out each other out. Like, wait, is this what's going on? Like, do you want this? I want this, but do you want it? It's kind of like that.
This was different though, because these are little kids, and they
never experienced it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is your first time. This is not forever. Bill and Frank was forever. This is how I'm feeling today. Bill and Frank is like, this is it. I live my life with this person. And I feel like that's a little bit different. But I feel like this might push the story along more than Bill and Frank did. Bill and Frank gave us a little bit more insight into Joel. But, this one gave us huge insight to Ellie. and even the relationship with her and Joel. And understand why she won't give up. How she will always try to fight to keep them together. So, I think that's kind of what the whole point of this episode was, to see why Ellie will never just leave Joel alone. She'll never be able to do that. She's going to fight for their relationship, fight for him, because that's how important he is to her.
Yeah, like she really attaches to somebody who has emotions to her. Like obviously Riley was romantic emotions, and then I was gonna say Pedro Pascal. Joel is a lot more parental, like fatherly kind of love. And I think she attaches that. She's like, oh my God, like, because she needs it. She never had it. So it's like a sip of water in a desert. You're like, oh yes. But it's what I want.
Say like it's romantic, but it didn't feel like it was romantic, really. It felt like best friends. I feel like there's more, and I'm just dipping my toe into what's more. But I love this person. It's not necessarily just about. It has nothing to do with the romances. These are kids. But the fact that I love this person because this person can look out for me and be my best friend no matter what. Because romantic I feel like it cheapens it. It's deeper than that.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
It's deeper than that. I trust this person with everything. They said it throughout the whole episode. I trust you with my life. And that's the difference. Ellie trusts Joel with her life.
Yeah.
And that's that love. Like literally, they both together, and they will fight everything. They'll fight everyone. They'll fight a cocaine bear, for each other. Like what I'm saying. I think that's the connection I got. Wasn't just love. There's love, but there's love for a person that you totally head over heels trust with everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. When you're a teenager, love is like whatever. Romantic love is whatever because you're in and out of love like like you change your shoes. But when you trust someone,
learning yourself, and then
that's something totally different. And I think that's what both these occasions, she's trust them with everything that's who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's epic.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Well, what else you got, Brandon?
On my end, I think actually Brian just took all the words out of my mouth, mostly. Yeah, I think you said it all, man. No, I just really appreciate the, I like the filler that we're getting with this. Just to I know I'm kind of doubling back and kind of coming back to that, but I like that it's kind of filling in the blanks and, kind of what happened in the interim, before we kind of launched into the main narrative. I like to see how people are coping with and adapting to this world that it takes place in. I really, really appreciate that. And I think and I really do believe that they did have more than one season in mind when they were coming up with this show. And I think kind of with an initial season, you kind of have to kind of delve into that and get that out of the way early on. So I appreciate what they're doing in that regard.
Mhm.
You know, you know, the emotional core of the story are these human relationships. So,
Yeah.
It's less
what
zombie and more humans, as
yeah,
you eloquently said.
and I appreciate that. Hell, the game did that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I'm happy they're really going all in with that. It's probably the thing about the show that I enjoy the most.
All the emotional connections.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of other zombie shows or movies are kind of doing. Like Walking Dead was more about the surviving and surviving against other humans, where this is kind of not only that, but it's also like the emotional attachment that so many people have,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because even the quote unquote bad guys, what's her name, the chick who became in charge of Kansas City, having a bring fart of her name, but her whole motivation was because of love for her brother, like, so like she did everything she did. Yeah,
a great man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the emotions are definitely playing big into this, and all kinds of emotions in all kinds of relationships. So it's good to see, especially in like a shitty world like we have. But also when you play with that fire, I'm afraid to get like burned with pain of losing, because that tends to happen a lot. So like they set you up like, oh yes, look, they're in love and they both are dead. So Romeo and Juliet type of stuff. So but I don't know. We got anything else before we get out of here?
No, I think I just want to leave it with exactly what Brandon said. I think that we should leave it there, saying it's about relationships, no matter what. Post-apocalyptic, real world, also is about relationships, and that's what we're getting from it. And it's not a zombie movie; it's a human movie, a human show, but zombies that are around. They understand it, and it's just the perils that you have to, adhere for and have to avoid, because that's just what it is in this world. And we still see what makes humans is that connection.
Yeah.
And I think we hear that in every episode. No matter if it's one,
Yeah,
or two with Tess and Joel, or three with Frank and Bill. Like every episode is the connection with another human being. That's the main point of the show.
Yeah. So cool, man. You wanna get us out of here, Brandon? Sign us out.
Yep. So how do we do this again?
Just anybody wants like and subscribe.
That's what I thought. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 at this point. We're hitting the midway mark at 700. What are we at now, guys?
744, 745.
744. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, we're well on our way trying to hit that 1,000. Thanks for watching us at Spoiler Kings. Me, Brandman, my guy Tank Kramer, Brian the Grizzly.
I'm always here.
Yep. Thank you.
Cool, man.
I got to get more doing that of like,
Yeah, you got to do it. That's the only thing you can do is do
practice.
It. Yeah,
practice. You guys want to call it a night, or you want to watch a trailer or two?
What trailers are out? I can I'm gonna get to bed pretty soon anyway. But yeah, what trailers are out?
The Pope's Exorcist I've been saving the trailer for the show. What's his name? Russell Crowe, I think is it. It's like exorcism movie.
I heard about that one.
Children of the Corn, obviously, and then there was a new Arnold Schwarzenegger one that was like
that
announced
Netflix
today.
one, right? I watched the trailer for that this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, it doesn't show very much, but it's Arnold, so
it's Arnold. Yeah.
Down, everybody get down. Get to the chopper.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Then, there's that one, and then The Machine, the second trailer for The Machine.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. I don't think I've seen any other big trailers yet.
Yeah, what did Brandon say? Y'all were talking the other day about Tom Cruise dying in the movie. I can only recall one film he died in, Collateral. Oh, he did die with him and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. It's one of his best roles. I love Collateral.
Yeah. I mean, I guess movie. Does he? Yeah, super. Does he make up for it in Edge of Tomorrow, where he just dies over and over
times? Yeah. Rinse, die, repeat. Yeah.
Another great movie.
I did not expect that to be good.
It was so good, and they should have made a sequel to it. I was waiting for it. I've been waiting for it for years.
On one hand, I wouldn't mind a sequel. On the other, I thought it wrapped things up nicely. It was a nice standalone. I'd be fine either way. Yeah. But I loved it. I loved Edge of Tomorrow. I loved Edge of Tomorrow. I thought it was a great one.
I think me and Erica wind up turning it on one day, and we're like, "Oh, okay." And then we're like, "Damn, this is really good." Yeah, it's just like we did not expect it to be good.
It's a good one. It's a really good one.
Yeah.
And time loop movies are always fun. That was a fun little spin on the time loop genre.
It's the one movie that I would stop. Like if I'm watching anything else, I will stop and just watch it again. Like no matter what I'm watching, I'll just stop. It's like Harry Potter to me.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what Harry Potter is on, I'm going to stop and watch it. Like if it's probably one on right now, I'm probably going to watch it when I'm going to sleep. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy Edge of Tomorrow. Easily one of like Tom Cruise is one of my favorite movie stars. I just think he brings it in pretty much any and everything he's in.
Wow, Brandon, really?
Yeah, he's the man.
No, never seen one Harry Potter.
What are you doing?
By the way, since we're on stream, I ask you. So you made a movie?
Oh yeah. The other Brandon brought it up.
Yeah, Brandon told us.
Oh yeah. We worked on a documentary years back when, like, in the 6-month interim between my first and second year in Korea, which was a lot of fun, by the way.
We got to see that.
It was called No More Bets. It was a documentary we were working on about the world of addictive gambling.
We need that. I need that in my life. I need you to be sending that to me soon.
They're all like Brandon. I got the link.
Send it to me. DM me. Forget.
All credit goes to the other Brandon, by the way, because this was his brainchild, so I can't take credit for it.
Yeah, I'll be curious to watch because I worked at a casino for about a year.
See, transfer. I look, whatever way we need to do this, I want this in my life.
I forgot we were talking. I think we were talking about gambling last episode or something like that. I don't remember, but it came up the last episode. On Friday it came up.
I couldn't have done it without you, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Email him. Okay, so we need email. We need to get an email out to him. Let's go. Or he can email us too, right? Tank.
Yeah. I think in our description in this video, let me double check. Oh, that's why I'm like I don't have it up. I think our description in this video has our email. Or I might have I got rid of it because it's our old email. It's the
bestfriends@gmail.com. Yeah.
No, it's DWJBBF podcast. Yeah. So I'll make one for Spoiler Kings. But if not, you could send it there. Double check.
Let's just send them something so we can send it. You can at least send it to us because I want to let's do a review on the documentary of Brandon's.
That'd be cool, man.
That's what
that
I want.
That would be super cool. Yeah.
Let's get it. Oh, so yeah, Brandon, what? Send him your email. Yeah, okay, you got me. Send you to there. Send it to there, and we'll
because we definitely
send it out to everybody.
So.
And we'll get it, and we'll talk about this. I cannot wait.
That'd be cool. Yeah, because I've seen I've seen like super addicted people in like with the whole gambling thing. You know what I mean? Like there's like I was working security, so I wasn't like on the floor like with the betting and stuff. But I would like constantly get like the camera people, you know, like, hey, go to this parking spot. I think there's kids in the parking in the car, you know, and people will leave their kids in the car to go gamble, you know. So yeah. That's crazy, man.
One of my good friends, parents used to go gamble so much that we'll come home from school and there'll be a note on like the little counter, whatever, saying, "Hey guys, yeah, we went sailing." And I was like, "Went sailing? What does that mean?" He's like, "They went to the boat. They'll be home. They'll be home tomorrow."
Yeah. And I never got that in Illinois. In Illinois, you have to gamble on water. So even if you go to the Des Plaines is like the hell am I talking about? What's it called? Rivers. Jesus. Rivers Casino. Mm-hmm. Technically it's on water. They put the water and then they built an entire casino on top of the water.
You know Joliet has a casino, right?
Yeah.
There's two.
Yeah. And it's the same thing. It's built on top of water.
On a river. Yeah.
Yeah.
On a little river.
That was on the river. Like yeah. Yeah. So
I've heard all the stories. Nothing you can say can surprise me. Nothing.
Yeah. I've seen the worst though was because I was EMT / security was a dude, two dudes were playing blackjack. I don't know what the fight was about, but the one dude just grabbed all the chips off the table and then like stormed out. And as he was about to like jump over the turnstile, because I guess like, you know, wasn't opening up quick enough for him. He had long, like braids. The dude grabbed him, pulled it back, and they're super tight. So when he got pulled, it wasn't like it was a pull, literally ripped his scalp open. There was blood everywhere. It's like just literally pulled and it just ripped. Dude's head went flying back, banged on the floor, pulled his. I mean, it wasn't like he didn't fully scalp him, but it was enough. It was a couple inches of just pulled back. I was like, he was screaming. It was blood everywhere because, oh man, that was like my first like couple weeks working there. It's like, what the fuck?
And then, like Ellie, Tank ran and grabbed a needle and thread and he stitched it back together and told him, "I love you. It's okay." And he held his hand. That was awesome. Man. Good job.
Yeah. Well, we had to stop the other guy from wanting to like stomp on him on the ground. Like, oh, dude, he's got chips. It's not like he's got your actual money. Like, chill.
Yeah. All right, so let's do the one trailer you wanted to watch, and then if Brandon wants to stay for Food Bar, that'll be enough. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with one. I'm probably gonna go sleep after that. But yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Awesome. Thanks. I'll send a transfer tonight when you get home. Awesome. Cannot wait. Man.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be real cool. All right. Let me set it up real quick. No subtitles though. All right. Welcome to Spoiler Kings. So tonight we're gonna watch a couple trailers. The first one came out a couple days ago. Another scary movie, The Pope's Exorcist. So this one I haven't seen it yet. Just some of the stuff looks cool. I know Brian is gonna be staring in the corner like he does.
Yep, you know me. I'm in the basement too, man. No, I ain't trying to see no scary movie. That's all right. I ain't gonna look like no punk though.
Yeah.
Straight corner looking.
he did. He's done it in real life. When we saw the trailer for Boogeyman at the Ant-Man movie,
I was like, my baby was like, "Daddy, look at it." Nope.
Like, nope.
I'll fight.
Right,
I'll
so let's
fight
check
real
it out.
people. I ain't fighting ghosts. You don't win. Oh, I'm done.
There's no winning. And this is how it starts. All right, so let's check it out.
Whatever you do, you only do because God allows it.
Did he allow that?
You guys can hear it, right?
Yeah, if I can hear it.
Father Gabriele Amorth. On the night of June 4th, you performed an exorcism.
That was not an exorcism. The majority of cases do not require an exorcism.
98% are recommended by doctors and psychiatrists.
The other 2%, I call it evil.
We have more questions for you, Father Amorth.
You have a problem with me? You talk to my boss, the Pope.
There is a case that needs your attention.
Bring me the priest.
I'm here to help, Julia.
Wrong priest!
Take caution. There are secrets buried there.
Is the Vatican sealed?
The Church has fought against this demon before. The Vatican covered it up. We need to find out why.
You've been played. You talk the fates.
Whatever you do, you only do because God allows it.
Did he allow that? Imagine what could happen if the devil possessed the soul of the Pope's exorcist. Who will defend you?
My faith does not require defense.
Damn.
Y'all
Okay.
go see that. I ain't going. Nope. Nope.
That was. I did not expect that. Okay.
Yeah, same. Interesting to see Russell Crowe's accent from Love and Thunder transferred over. It's Russell Crowe, so he's no matter the quality of the stuff he's in, he's always great performance wise.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's something that I'll rush out to watch because exorcism movies haven't really done a whole lot for me. I find kind of with the exception of obviously the first Exorcist, they're kind of here and there for me in terms of quality. A lot of them just haven't done anything for me. Probably watch it when it's on Hulu or HBO Max or something like that.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and watch that. No. Every time I hear Russell Crowe speak, I'm waiting for him to say Maximus Decimus Meridius. Every single time.
Everything.
No matter what's going on.
Yeah. So on the poster at the end, it says inspired by the actual files of the Vatican's chief exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Oh yeah, Brandon. That exorcism, Emily Rose had a good exorcism. That was another good one. I think that was besides the Exorcist. The Emily Rose one is right up there because that one was really well done.
I might have to give that one a rewatch.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since I watched that one. I can't remember. I heard you said.
No, I said that was based on real life events.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember if I liked it very much or not, or if I was just kind of indifferent to it. But I could give that one another watch.
Too real for me. I'm not fighting demons. I'm not fighting ghosts. I'm not fighting. Nope, just not doing it. It's not happening. Nope. NOPE.
No, so you're not gonna cosplay as John Constantine one year.
And not happening.
No.
Unless I had Swamp Thing to help me as I'm doing this. So that's the only way that's happening.
Yeah. It looks good, man.
And yet you'd still be a more comic accurate Constantine than Keanu Reeves.
I like this one because it's a different idea. You know, it's like the little boy's possessed, but I think it's wanting to possess the priest, which is kind of interesting. You know, but the imagery on it was crazy.
I get mad at me for saying that. Yeah.
Oh, we just saw you left because you're like, I don't want to see it no more. I guess, but no, I was saying like I like it. It looks good, at least imagery wise. It looks really good. It looks interesting. And for me, it's a different enough. You know, like them finding that tomb thing down underneath the Vatican. I'm like, what? I didn't expect this to become like a evil national treasure.
It looked like it was underneath that house, like the house that he was going to visit.
Oh, maybe I didn't even think about that. But yeah, so freaky. But I like it. At least that Russell Crowe is worth a movie ticket.
Yeah,
price of admission.
At the absolute least, if I don't see it immediately, it'll be on my October Halloween watch list.
Yeah.
At the absolute least.
You watch that and I'll watch Nightmare Before Christmas because it's a Halloween movie.
They watch Charlie Brown again.
Exactly.
Charlie Brown.
That's my speed right there.
Yeah. But I already know this is probably going to upset a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
definitely. A lot of religious people.
Oh my goodness, come on.
You know, but I mean, if it's from his files, and if like the person he's portraying said he's, you know, that he actually witnessed, you know, the Virgin Mary or something like that, you know, but like her turning into like a demon, it's like
let them get upset. They always find something in art to pitch a fit about. It's inevitable at this point.
Yeah. I'm good.
I'm starting to.
I'm good.
I'm starting to adopt the simple philosophy of just ignore them.
That's probably the best kind of philosophy.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do with this movie. Ignore it.
Ignore it. And then Brandon says, same thing. You know, he said he'll wait. It doesn't look eye-catching to me. So, I don't know, maybe. I like, as soon as I see scary movie stuff, I'm like automatically intrigued. So.
Life is scary enough.
To deal with the devil. Like, nope.
I'm all right. I let you fight with God. We're good.
Yeah. All right. Any last thoughts on this one?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Looks decent enough. May not be anything I rush out to see, but
yeah,
it's Russell Crowe. He's always great in his work. You know, interesting to see him in a movie like this. Eventually, I will watch it. It's just a question of when.
Okay. So,
just watch it and tell me how it was.
Yeah.
I'll be with you.
I'll probably tell you guys. I'm like, oh man, yeah. But we'll see. You know, like Brandon said, a lot of them tend to fizzle out. Like they have good trailers, and then the actual movie, maybe not. But we'll see. I'm up for it. Brandon said scary movies are just formula. Yeah. Last scary movie I saw was Insidious Part 1. Just good.
I saw that one. That was pretty good and scary. Like I was literally like, yeah, this is too much for me.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, scary movies do have a little bit of a formula. So it's always good when they try to change it, but sometimes they change it too much and it becomes campy. But, you know, it happens. Still doesn't mean it's bad. But that's it. That is The Pope's Exorcist coming out April 14th to theaters, starring Russell Crowe. Kind of mixed bag between the three of us. One's like, I'm never seeing it. One's I'll see it later. And then I'm like, I want to see it right now. So, so there you go. But leave a comment. Let us know what you think about the Pope's Exorcist. Is it going to be something you're going to watch, or just avoid it, or wait? Leave a comment. Let us know. But that is it for this one. If you're watching live, stick around. We're going to finish things up. If you're watching a replay, thank you. Appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And share. Go on, check any of our other videos. We have a bunch of other videos, and we're live every Monday and Thursday talking about movies and TV shows. So you can come join us. But that's it for this one. We are going to move on to another topic. All right.
Well, avoid that like the plague. Like
Are we doing anything else, or are we calling it?
We probably call it, man.
Yeah.
It's 11:49. Yeah, you know I'm done. So
yeah.
I'm ready to climb into bed.
Yeah.
Quit passing stuff. It was a fun time. I enjoyed. I'm glad we got to talk about The Last of Us. That was fun. Cocaine Bear was fun. So
it was so goofy. It was so
out there.
Yeah. Last time was two more episodes, man. That's it, 2 more weeks. And then in about 24 hours, Mandalorian.
Yep.
Well, for us, it'll be 2 a.m. I think.
Yeah. I might wait till 2 a.m. to watch it.
Well, I might be up. You never know. I might be up. So
yeah. I think that's going to be like an evening thing for me.
Yeah.
On Wednesday,
I'm either going to watch it that night, or I'm going to watch it in the morning Wednesday as I wake up. Like, it's Mandalorian.
You automatically turn it on. That's your alarm clock. It's the TV turns on.
It's gonna be the sound, the music.
Yeah.
Where's
Although,
my
I forgot who I was watching. I think Star Wars Theory said this is going to be the shortest first episode of a Mandalorian, and I think overall one of the shortest episodes of the entire series.
That makes me sad.
So, yeah. Did y'all see the Winnie Pooh? No, I haven't yet.
No.
I want to. I just haven't had a chance to.
Trailer, but yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it looks so silly, over the top, super goofy.
Let's go.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, we get tired. And I gotta edit a couple more videos for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Call it.
I am
fading fast. Yep. But cool. Let's get out of here. So appreciate everyone coming and hanging out. All you guys, Brandon coming in. Who we got? Xavier, Coat Lords. Make sure you go check out Coat Lords. Derpy as well, and then Ken's
Horror Geek. Thanks.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh man,
there you go.
Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh.
The Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So I rather expect that than expect bad in a good way and be disappointed. Like if I know it's bad and not good, then I think I'll have more of a fun time with it. So.
Brandon said, I think it only took 10 days to shoot, so I believe it's bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. With like rental costumes. That's why they had 10 days. They had to deliver it, return it back in 12.
It's like 12 days, I gotta get dry cleaned to get it back to the costume shop real quick.
Oh man. But all right, let's get out of here. Let's go to bed. Appreciate everyone. We will see you on Thursday with The Mandalorian. Super excited. All right. Later.
All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.
Oh shit. Wrong button.